Hi everyone, this is Jennifer from Breath of Life Acupuncture and Wellness, and today's yoga practice will be about rising and shining. So what that means is that this is a great practice to do early in the morning, and it's a practice that starts off very slow and then builds very, very gently. So it's also a really great practice if you're at a point where you're feeling low energy. Perhaps you're feeling a little down or depressed, or just really having a lack of motivation. So this practice is for that experience, or if you really want to just experience a more gentle type of yoga, today is for you. I hope you enjoy. So you will need 2 blocks if you have them, and if not, you can get 2 thick books and stack them on top of each other. But if you don't have blocks, don't worry. You will also need a bolster if you have one, or at least 2 really thick pillows, because we're going to start with that prop today. So go ahead and take a moment to get your pillows or get your bolster and set it up lengthwise across your mat. And you're just going to come onto all fours. And you're going to get about as close to the bolster as you can. The bolster is going to about be at the space of your abdomen. And you're going to just gently lower yourself down to the floor. So the bolster is on your abdomen. It's rounding the upper back forward. And it's also rounding the lower back. And you're going to bring your head down. You're going to make a little pillow with your hands and turn one cheek to one side. And you're just going to close your eyes here and just take a moment to connect with your breath. And allow the body to settle into the pillow beneath you. When you're lying in this position, when you breathe in, it helps to massage all the organs in the abdomen. And it's also a great way to help open up the lungs. So just stay here for a few breaths. Allow the eyes to be steady, the face to be soft, the jaw is letting go, the tongue is full in the mouth, and you just feel the whole upper body relaxing. The low back stretches open with each inhalation. With each exhalation, you soften a little bit more into the floor. You allow the legs relaxed and the feet relax. And again, come back to the breath. Allow the breath to flow in through the nose and out through the mouth with a loud sigh. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth with a sigh. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Now bring the breath back to the nostrils. So you're both inhaling and exhaling out through the nose. And just be mindful about your breath. Just watching, not judging what happens. If thoughts come into your mind, just allow them to pass by like clouds in a summer sky. Thoughts arise and you just allow them to drift. No need to attach to them. Just watch them float by. or neck is getting a little uncomfortable, you can go ahead and switch sides. Just lift your head up and switch to the opposite side. So you're laying on your left cheek if you are starting on your right, or the right cheek if you are starting on your left. Good, and just stay here. And just allow yourself to be. You might want to imagine that you are in your favorite place. Maybe that's on a beach or the top of a mountain if you like to hike. Or maybe it's a favorite room that you've experienced in your life in a building. Just allow yourself to imagine that you're in a place where you feel safe and comfortable and happy. And take in the sights of wherever you are. Even recall the smells of this place. Maybe the sounds of the trees or the waves crashing. Try to make it as real as you can in your mind. A place where you can recall feeling very peaceful, joyful, and safe. Good, and stay here. Enjoy the breath. Enjoy the place that you've allowed your being to settle in. Good, as you exhale, take a time to just come back to where you are. Feel the mat beneath you. Gently open your eyes and bring your hands underneath your chest. So stay right here on your bolster or your pillows, and then just very gently press into the hands and gently arch the spine. So you're in an assisted cobra position. And then exhale, gently float back to the floor. And inhale, gently lift up. And exhale, gently lower. A few more times. Inhale, press into the hands, lift up. And exhale, gently fall forward towards the floor. One more time. Gently inhale and lift. This time we're going to stay. So allow the hands to be very comfortable. They're a little bit wider than your shoulders here. Fingertips are spread. And keep breathing fully. And just feel where your hands feel most comfortable. The closer your hands are to the body, the more of a back bend you'll be experiencing. But just be gentle. Just find the place that feels really good to you. This is your practice, so as always, you go at your own pace. You rest when you feel like you need to. And if you get into any position that feels uncomfortable, this typically means any sharp shooting, pinching, or stabbing pain. You want to release the pose and come out of it. Good, so staying here, allow the elbows to bend a little and gently hug the shoulder blades onto the back in towards the spine. When you're ready, gently inhale and just turn your head looking over your left shoulder. And exhale, turn the head back to center. And inhale, turn the head to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left. And exhale back to center. And inhale right. Good. Exhale back to center. Take a nice inhale. Lift your chin up towards the sky gently. No strain in the neck. Then exhale. Just curl your chin towards your chest. Good. Inhale. Look up. Lift the chin. Open the throat. And exhale. Chin towards chest. Good. If you're feeling like this is too much energy in the palms, just come onto the forearms. Inhale, chin lifts. And exhale, curl chin to chest. Good. Roll the right shoulder towards the left ear. Stretch out the side of the neck. And exhale, chin back towards your chest. Inhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Stretch out the neck. And exhale, chin towards chest. A few more times just like that at your own pace. Inhaling, left ear to left shoulder, stretching, staying for as long as you need. And then you exhale through center. And inhale again towards your right whenever you're ready. Taking a few breaths into the left side of the neck. With each exhale, you let the neck soften and open more deeply. Good. On your next exhale, roll the chin back towards the chest. And then inhale, lift the chin up. Bring your hands closer towards your bolster. Allow them to assist you in lifting onto your knees. Good. You'll move your bolster aside for now. And you'll come onto all fours. So allow the hands to be directly under the wrists. Allow the knees to be directly underneath the hips. And when you're ready, take a nice inhalation, arch the spine and look up. And exhale, round the upper back, curl in, chin towards the heart. Back presses towards the ceiling. And inhale, reverse. Arch the spine, look up. And exhale, curl. And I'll move at your own pace here. Allow the breath to guide your movement. With each inhale, the spine arches. And with each exhale, you curl, pull your belly towards your spine and curl in. And just flow in and out of the posture here again at the pace of your own breath. Gentle movement. And then maybe you want to explore other movements. So maybe you want to move your hips from side to side. Maybe you want to shift a little bit forward and just really feel it out, or shift back. Again, hips just shift in whatever way feels really good to you right now. No straining, no forcing. Just allow the body to just flow, moving with the breath. Good. Take a few more movements here. And then on your next exhalation, go ahead and settle back into a neutral position on all fours. Good. On your next inhale, lift the left arm high up towards the sky. And exhale, you're going to twist. You're going to thread that left arm through the right hand and the right knee. Come down onto your left shoulder and the left side of your ear. And head. And relax here. Gentle twist. Close the eyes and breathe. And just notice how in a twisting position it's a little bit harder to breathe fully. But just nevertheless invite the breath to flow in gently. And with each exhale, you let the breath go as if you're gently letting air out of the top of a balloon. With each inhale, the lungs inflate. The diaphragm expands. And with each exhale, you gently let the air go and release, softening, softening. Good. Good. Take one more full inhale and exhale right where you are. And on your next inhale, gently come back onto all fours. We'll take a moment to rinse the spine with another cat-cow. So inhale, arch the spine, look up. And exhale, round the upper back, curl in. Good. And inhale back to neutral. Relax here. Take a nice breath in and out. On your next inhale, the right arm reaches high to the sky. Stretch open. And then exhale, curl and twist. The right arm threads in between the left hand and the left knee. You come down onto the right shoulder and the right side of the head. And you close your eyes and just enjoy the twist. And allow your breath to be gentle and deep and full. Just fully invite the breath in all the way down to the abdominal cavity if you can. And with each exhale, you gently release and soften. Stay here for a few breaths, again being gentle with yourself, not forcing anything to happen. Take one more full delicious inhale and exhale here. And on your next inhalation, gently unwind back to all fours. Good. Walk your hands a little bit further in front of you. Bend the elbows and come all the way down onto your belly. Slowly, slowly. Good. Allow the feet to be about hips width distance apart. The chin for right now can rest gently on the mat. Bring the hands to chest level. And on your next inhalation, pull your low belly in and up. Press the tops of the feet into the mat and gently lift up off of your mat. Baby cobra pose. Elbows are hugging gently in towards the body. The shoulder blades press gently in towards the spine. And there's as little weight as you in your hands as can be. So if you can, you could even lift your hands up off the mat. But there's no need. Take one more full inhale here. And then exhale, release to the floor. Make a pillow with the hands. Turn the right cheek to the right side and just rest on the right side of your cheek. Good. Allow your body to rest fully. Feel how the activity in the spine really activates the energy of the whole body. And when you rest after a nice active back bend like that, it really helps the energy begin to cultivate itself inside the body and inside the cells. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and bring your hands all the way by your sides, palms face down, chin is resting on your mat. Good. On your next inhalation, the palms stay down on the floor, the arms stay down on the floor, but your chest and your legs lift up off of the floor. Good. The shoulders lift away from the floor. And again, you're being gentle here, not a lot of pressure in your hands on the floor, they're just gently resting. Feeling the energy come into the spine as you breathe in and out. Squeezing all the muscles of the back, but gently, just as much as the pose is required of you. Good. Take one more inhale here. And the next exhale, go ahead and lower down. Make a pillow with your hands again. This time, left cheek falls onto your hands. Rest. Again, feel the energy that was generated with the back bend just flush through your spine. And since all of the nerves of the body come out of the spine, when we rest like this from a back bend, it really helps to invigorate the whole body through the nerves in the spine. Good. Take one more inhale and exhale here. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring Your hands back by your sides, about chest level, chin rests on the mat. Good. On your next inhalation, press the tops of the feet into the floor, pull the low belly in and up, press into the hands, lift up. More of a full cobra position now. Arms can bend a little so the elbows can bend and they hug in towards the sides of your rib cage. Good. Be gentle here. If you can straighten your arms, that's great, but it's not necessary. Just lift up in a very comfortable way for your back, your spine, your body today in this moment. Breathe here, soften the gaze, take one more delicious inhale. And then exhale, gently lower your body towards the floor. Again, making a little pillow with your hands, rest one cheek to one side. And if you need to clear out the low back, go ahead and bend the knees, lift the feet into the air, and then just windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Good. Take a nice full breath in and out here. If you're still windshield wipering your legs, that's great, but go ahead and stop and bring them back to the floor. And when you're ready, press yourself back onto all fours. Good. Bring the toes together. Bring the knees far apart so they're wider than your hips, and sit back into child's pose. If child's pose is not accessible because your knees are a little bit sore, you can roll up a towel lengthwise and put it right inside the backs of the knees so it's nice across here, and then that will create a little bit more space in the kneecaps and the joints of the knees. If you're feeling fine, just coming into full child's pose, please do so. Rest the head on the floor. Soften. Arms can stay stretched out in front of you, but just relaxed. And take a few breaths. And maybe just allow the mat to massage your forehead, so you basically just move the head from one side to the other so you get a nice little massage through the forehead. Good. Now allow the hands to be more active. Walk your fingertips out away from you so the forearms are completely lifted off of the mat. The arms are fully lifted. There's nice pressure in the fingertips. Feel this nice stretch on the underside of the arms from the armpits all the way out through the wrists. Good. On your next exhalation, go ahead and lift up very gently and walk your hands off of the left side of the sticky mat. Good. And then fall back down, forehead to the floor. Take a few breaths, stretching out the whole right side of the rib cage. As you breathe in, feel the intercostal muscles, the little muscles in between each of the ribs stretching open. And with each exhale, they soften. Good. And feel the nice gentle squeeze on the left side as it gently squeezes the organs on the left side of the body. Good. On your next inhale, lift up. And exhale, walk all the way over to the opposite side. And relax back down. Good. Take a few breaths here. Allow the arms to extend. And again, just feel a nice stretch in the left side body. As you breathe in, notice how more space is created between each of the ribs. Good. Stay here for a few more breaths. Keep the eyes soft. Allow the jaw to relax. Breaths deep and full. Good. On your next inhalation, walk your hands back to center. Good. Then walk the hands all the way back towards your knees so you're sitting on your heels. And then bring the hands back behind you, about 6 inches to a foot. And I like to come onto my fingertips here. It's a little more comfortable for me, but if your hands can be flat, that's fine. Fingertips allow a little bit more activity through the hands and the arms. Good. On your next inhale, just gently lift your hips up off your heels. Arch the spine, gaze up at the sky. And then exhale, gently lower back down. Inhale, arch the spine, lift up. And exhale, lower back down. One more time, inhale, lift. Stay here for a few breaths. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades gently squeezing in towards one another, towards the middle of the spine. Good, and then exhale, lower down. Good, if you have your blocks nearby, or the books that you're using instead of your blocks, sorry, minor adjustment to the mic here. Okay, go ahead and grab onto those. And you're going to place them on both sides of your sticky mat towards the front of your mat. And just gently come onto all fours again. And if you have knee joints again that are feeling a little bit stressed, you can actually take one of the pillows that you might have been using at first, place it under your knees, or you can take a towel, fold it up, place it under your knees, or you can flip your yoga mat under and create a little more padding for your knees. So whatever works for you. I'll do the yoga mat version just to show you guys. So when you're ready, you're going to bring the hands towards your blocks and then just gently step your right leg forward. Good. So take a moment. You might need to adjust your blocks here and just make sure that the front knee is tracking directly over the ankle here. You don't want to go beyond that. And then just take a moment and make sure that the knee is tracking straight, which would be about in between the big toe and the second toe. Good. And then pick the level of the block that feels best to you. So maybe you don't need a block at all. Maybe you need the highest level of the block. Again, this is a very gentle practice, so it's important to be gentle with your body. Good, and just breathe here. Allow the eyes to be focused and steady. This is called drishti in yoga. And drishti is like meditation for the eyes. So when the eyes are stressed, or when our bodies are in a sympathetic state of fight or flight, our eyes have a really hard time settling or even softly gazing. So it's just important for us to notice where we are, because then we can slowly begin to make positive changes. It always starts with awareness first. So just notice what's happening with the eyes and just gently allow that your eyes come to focus on a spot in front of you. And just your gaze is very gentle. The eyes are soft. The forehead is smooth. Good. Take one more inhale here. On your next exhale, you're going to shift your hips. You can press into your blocks to do this. Shift your hips towards the back heel. Good. And then lift the front toes up off of the mat so the heel is on the floor. And you can walk your blocks a little bit closer towards your hips so your hands are directly under your shoulders and your back is straight here. Gonna take a few breaths. Again, just gently try to straighten through that front leg. Feeling a nice stretch in the calf and the hamstring. Maybe you feel it in the glute or even in your back. It's all appropriate. Good. Take one more gentle inhale here. And then exhale. Walk your hands with your blocks forward. Bend the front knee. And then come back onto all fours. Move your blocks off to the side for a moment. If you have your mat tucked under, go ahead and untuck it. And we're going to repeat on the opposite side. So go ahead and fold the right side of your sticky mat under if you need to, or switch where your towel is located. Bring the hands onto your blocks and then gently step the left leg forward. Good, and then position your blocks where they feel most comfortable. Usually they are directly underneath where the shoulders are. So your spine can be nice and straight here. And again, just look down and check in with the front knee. Make sure it's tracking in line with the ankle and that the knee is following an imaginary line that runs down the leg and in between the first and second toes. Good. And then you relax in this shape. Close the eyes. Breathe into the hips. And whatever pressure you need to put into the block, you can put into the blocks. But again, just ask yourself what's necessary. What does your body really need here? Maybe you're pressing too hard into the block so your shoulders are lifting or stressed. And if that's the case, just invite them with gentle awareness to lower and soften down towards the floor. And again, allow the gaze to be soft. Pick a spot in front of you. And allow your drishti to be a part of your yoga practice today, a part of your meditative yoga practice. Allowing the gaze to be soft and focused, very gentle. And you might notice that if you focus very gently on a spot in front of you, colors may begin to dance in front of the eyes, or things may become a little blurry or soft. Or maybe you notice nothing, and that's okay too. Regardless, with a softening of the eyes comes a softening of the mind. Good. Take one more full inhale and exhale where you are. And on your next inhale, press into your blocks gently and shift those hips towards your back heel. Your front leg straightens and the front toes lift up off the floor. And your hands come back so that they're underneath your shoulders. And if you're using your blocks, the blocks are underneath your shoulders. Again, the back is straight. And just enjoy the stretch through the back of this left leg. And just notice if there's any differences between this side and the side before. And again, it's not necessary to pass any judgment, whether one leg is more open than the other even. Just notice and let it go. Again, keep the gaze soft and gentle. And allow the breath to gently flow in and out of the body. Have you ever noticed that the breath starts to become shorter or not as full on the inhale or exhale? That means you're straining a little bit too much for your practice today. So you want to just back off to a more comfortable place. Good. Take one more inhale here. On your next exhale, gently walk your hands forward. Shift forward back into a low lunge position. Good. And come back onto all fours. Move your blocks off to the side of your mat. Good. Walk the knees back a little bit further. Tuck the toes under and just lift up and back into downward facing dog. Good. And enjoy the first down dog of the day. Maybe bend one knee and then the other, just walking out your dog. Allow the arms and the hands to gently press into the mat. The fingers are wide and evenly spread. Good. And then bring the heels back to a steady place. They may not reach the floor, but their energy is pulling towards the floor. So there's a nice opening through the backs of the legs. The hands gently press into the mat, engaging the arms. The low belly pulls in and up. And take a nice breath in here through the nose. And exhale with a sigh through the mouth.
2 more times. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Last time, inhaling. And exhaling. Good. Slowly begin to walk your feet up towards your hands. And maybe your hands back towards your feet until you land in a forward fold position in the center of your mat. Your feet can be hips width distance apart and parallel here. And just allow the weight of the head to fully relax. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Allow the spine to just fall over the strong legs. So I like to imagine that my legs are like a really steady rock cliff, and that my whole back and spine is like water flowing over my strong legs. The jaw softens, the eyes are closed, and the knees bend as much as they need to here. Good. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins and lift up into a flat back position. And then exhale, gently fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back, lift up. And exhale, gently fold, relax. Good. One more time. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. And exhale, fold. Good. Root down through the feet. Pull the low belly in and up. And then inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Gently, gently, gently. Arms reach up over the head. And then exhale, arms and hands come down to heart center. Good. Close the eyes. And stay here for a few breaths. Good, so steady the breath. Just get used to standing. Good, when you're ready, go ahead and interlace the fingers. Gently open up the eyes. The pointer finger will lift high towards the sky, and you're going to walk your feet in towards one another until the insides of the feet are touching. And then inhale, lift the arms up over your head. Good. Pull your lower belly in and up. Root down through the feet. Stretch up with the hands. Take a nice inhale. Pull belly into spine. And then exhale, side bend to your left. Good. Inhale back to center. Lift up, reset. And exhale, side bend to the right. Good. Inhale, lift back up through center, reset. And exhale, side bend to your left. Good. Inhale. Reach back up towards center, lift up, reset. Exhale. Fold over to the right side. Good. Inhale back up through center. This time when we fold over to the left, we stay for a few breaths. Good. Pull the low belly in and up. Feel a nice stretch from your right hip all the way out through the right armpit. Pull the low belly in and up. See if you can rotate just slightly the heart more towards the sky. Again, make it be comfortable for you. Good. Take one more inhale and exhale where you are. And then inhale back up to center. Good. Take another full breath in. Reach up towards the sky, belly to spine. And then exhale, side bend to your right. Again, feel a nice stretch from the right hip all the way out. The left hip all the way out through the left armpit. Keep gently pulling that low belly in towards the spine and up towards the heart. This will keep your low back safe. And then see if you can maybe gently rotate the heart more towards the sky. Good. Take one more inhale and exhale where you are. And then inhale, lift up. Good, and exhale, just let the arms drop by your side. Good, so I'm going to turn and face you, but you can stay facing whatever direction you're facing on your mat. And so we're going to move through a few movements and breaths that help us let go and relax a little bit more. So the first breath in yoga is a great stress relieving pose. You want to step your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance apart. And you're going to interlace the fingers like such, so your palms are touching. And you're going to inhale, lift the arms up. And you're going to exhale and loudly make a sound with your mouth. So it'll sound like this. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, you're going to fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Good. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale. Just release the hands by your sides again. Walk the feet in towards each other. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing, this time in chair pose. So sit down into your chair. Feel a nice sturdiness through the legs. Pull the low belly in and up. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, just let it go with the exhale. Throw the arms back behind you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, throw it all away. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift up. Strong exhale, let it go. Last time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, fully let it go. Good. Inhale, lift up. And just relax the arms by your sides. Good. Separate the feet hips width distance apart once again. We're going to do a little bit of my favorite Qigong shaking and letting go exercise. So what you're going to do, you're just going to lift gently up onto your toes just slightly, and then you're going to really bring the heels strongly back towards the earth. So you're going to lift up on the toes and then bring the heels back down. So you're just going to do that really fast. And just allow the arms to relax fully by your sides. I like to imagine that there's an imaginary trash can in front of me. And sometimes I'll bring my arms up like this and I'll just allow any negative energy to just release out of my hands and into the trash can. And then you just keep bouncing in place. And if you don't like the trash can idea, just allow the energy to release into the earth. Just imagine it flowing down and out. Down from the head, out through the arms, out through the fingertips, into the earth. Down the whole torso and spine, down the hips, down the legs, into the feet, and then deep into the earth. Good. And then stop bouncing. Come back to center. You may feel a little bit tingly. That's very natural. And it's all good. Okay, so now, I'm going to straighten my mat a little bit here. Come back. Again, make sure your feet are hips width distance apart and parallel, and have a nice slight bend in the knees here, so the knees aren't straight. And what you're going to do is you're going to begin to gently move the body from side to side. So you're gently twisting from side to side. And notice how my arms are just kind of going along for the ride here. I'm not making any effort to move my arms. They're just moving because I am twisting my spine. So again, keep the knees soft, gently bent, and just allow the body to twist from side to side. If you want to add a little bit more of an acupressure benefit from this particular exercise, what you're going to do is when you swing, you're going to motivate the hand that's in the front of you to come and strike between the clavicle right here and right underneath the clavicle. So this is lung 1, so it's a nice lung point. And the backhand is going to strike at about kidney level on the opposite side. So this is what it looks like from the back. Should feel really good. And then I'll turn around so you can see me from the front. So when you stimulate what's called the mu point, or the lung point, the alarm point of the lungs, which is lung 1, on the front of the body, just underneath the clavicle on each side, you help to stimulate the energy of the lungs. And so from an emotional standpoint, when we do this, we can help release sadness or grief that we're experiencing. The lungs in Chinese medicine rule over sadness and grief. So that's why gently stimulating them helps to release this. And then the backs of the kidneys that we're stimulating through our backhand on our mid to lower back, that helps us to release any fears that we might be experiencing. So just gently taking the time, stimulating these 2 points. Again, it should feel really good. Knees are not strained here. Knees slightly bent. Flow from one side to another. Good, and slowly begin to slow down your twisting. The arms slowly begin to be steady. Movement is less and less. And then you come towards a neutral position, facing forward. Good, and then join me back at the front of your yoga mat. If you're not already there, and inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, swan dive for the floor. Fold forward, knees bend, lift halfway up. And exhale, gently fold. Good, root down through the feet. Inhale, rise up to standing. And then exhale, right back down you go, forward fold. Good, inhale, hands to shins, flat back. And exhale, gently fold. Root down through the feet, pull belly towards spine. Inhale, rise up. Good, this time exhale, palms come to heart center. Good, take a moment to walk towards the back of your sticky mat. And allow the feet to be hips width distance apart and parallel once again. And you're going to just step directly forward with your right leg. So your legs are basically like on train tracks here. And you can just kick your back toes out 45 degrees. So they're facing more of the corner of your sticky mat on the left side. And the front foot is still facing straight forward. Both legs are straight here. Go ahead and wrap the arms back behind you. Grab onto your elbows if you can. If you feel like you're feeling more flexible, you can come into full reverse prayer position. But if that doesn't feel good, interlacing the hands around the elbows is great. Press into the legs. Both legs are straight. Inhale and arch the spine. Gently look up. Then exhale, begin to hinge at the hips. Keep the heart lifted as you fold forward, leading with the heart. Once your hips get to a certain position, you begin to round the spine and fold forward here. Good. Soften the weight of the head, soften the jaw, gently fold. If it doesn't feel good to have your arms wrapped back behind you, that's fine. They can just come right to the floor. Good, and the forehead reaches for your front knee. Doesn't need to touch, but that's the direction it's aiming. Good. Take one more inhale here. And on your next exhale, if you have a block near you, go ahead and grab it. I'm going to grab mine and then reset. You don't need a block, but if you want one, go ahead and grab one. And bring the block, if you have one, right in line with your front foot. Place your left hand on the block. Bring your right hand to your hip. And then lift up to a point where you're trying to straighten your spine. So the spine is about parallel with your sticky mat. Good. Take a nice inhale here. Then on your next exhale, twist over the right leg. So your spine is just gently twisting over to the right. Your hand can stay here or it can reach up towards the sky. Revolve triangle. Good. Take a few breaths here. Try to straighten the front leg as much as you can. Gently pull the low belly in and up. And your gaze is anywhere where your eyes can remain soft. So if it's too much strain to look up at your hand, just look straight out in front of you and soften the eyes. Just allow the neck to be soft and neutral. Good. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale. Bring the hands back towards the mat. If you're using the block, just slide it gently out in front of you. Bend through the front knee and then inhale, gently float back up towards standing. Good, and then switch legs. Step the left leg forward. Again, hips width distance and parallel still. And then directly step your right leg back. Again, like your feet are on train tracks here. And then you're going to gently turn your back heel in and your toes out 45 degrees. Again, figure out which arm position feels good to you. Elbows or interlaced by the hands, or you're coming into full reverse prayer. Good. Take a nice exhale, root down through the feet, and then inhale, gently arch the spine and look up. And then exhale, leading with the heart, begin to hinge forward at the hips, folding over your front straight leg. Good. Take a few breaths here. And again, if the arms just don't feel comfortable in this position, just bring them to the floor. The forehead reaches towards your front knee. Good. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Good. Take one more full inhale and exhale here. And when you're ready, if you used your block with the opposite side, go ahead and set it up right next to your front foot. Place the hand on the block. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Good. Keep the hips nice and square as you twist over the left side. Good. Hand can stay at your left hip, or you can reach the left arm high into the sky. Again, allow the neck to be comfortable. So the gaze ideally is up at your left hand, or at least up to the ceiling. But if that's not comfortable for you, you pick a more neutral spot. Good. Check in with your shoulders. Make sure they're not riding up towards your ears. Take one more full, comfortable, deep breath right where you are. And then exhale, gently unwind back towards the floor. Good. Move the block in front of you. And we're just going to twist. So keep your hands on the floor, but walk them over so you're standing in a wide straddle position. Hands are about midline with the body. Toes are parallel to each other. Good. Take a nice inhale here. Lift up onto the fingertips, flat back, hips reach towards the back of the room, and then exhale, gently fold forward. Good. Inhale, gently come onto a flat back once again, coming onto the fingertips, and then exhale, gently fold. Good. One more time. Inhale, lift up, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, allow the hands to come to the outer ankles and gently pull yourself as forward as is comfortable. Good. If you want to try another position, you can bring your hands to the inside of the legs and then walk your hands as far back as you can on the floor. Good. Keep breathing here. Eyes are closed, or you're picking a spot on the floor, your meditative drishti that is soft and gentle, but focused. Good. Take one more breath in and out here. And then walk your hands wherever they are back to the midline of the body, about a foot in front of your feet. Good. And then you're gently going to turn your right toes towards the right side of the room. And then your back heel is going to turn so your back toes are about at a 45-degree angle towards your sticky mat. Walk your right hand towards your right foot. If you have a block nearby, I highly recommend placing that block next to your front foot, placing the palm upon it. Bring the left hand to the hip. Both legs are nice and straight here, coming into triangle pose. Pull your low belly in and up, and begin to rotate the heart towards the sky, Look up at the ceiling if it's comfortable for your neck, and then lift the arm straight. Good. Breathing here. Just see how much weight you want to put in your hand that's on the floor. If you press more into your legs, you can lift your hand, perhaps even up off of the block for fun. But just see how much effort you want to put into your legs versus your arm or hand. It's up to you. It's your choice. It's your pose. Good. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, gently fold back towards the floor. Good. And then slowly rotate to the opposite side. Switch your feet. Again, now the front toes of the left leg point to the left side of the room. The back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Hand on the block if you have it. Right hand on the hip. Good, and then rotate the heart towards the ceiling once again. Good, and then consider lifting your right arm up towards the sky. Again, both legs are straight. And just bring your attention back to your breath. Just see how gently you can maintain the flow of air in and out through the nostrils. And again, allow the gaze to be soft. And allow the neck to be comfortable. Good, taking a few more breaths here. Good, on your next exhale, gently bend through the left leg and lift yourself back up to standing. Good, turn your feet parallel for a few moments. And then you're going to rotate your toes out 45 degrees, heels in. Good, and then come into a goddess squat. Bend the knees. So the knees here should still be tracking over your ankles, so I realize that my stance is a little too short. So I'm going to straighten my knees, walk my feet out a little bit more, and then rebend. Good. Bring the palms to heart center. Good, inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, bring them out and down. Good. Inhale, hands to heart. Lift up. Exhale, bring them down and around. Inhale, palms come together through heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring them down and around. Good. Last time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, this time when the palms come down, they land on your thighs, fingers pointing towards the inside of the body. Take a nice inhale, arch the spine, then exhale, twist, bringing the right shoulder towards the left knee. Gaze is over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist opposite side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, center. This time we're going to fold forward. So we're going to arch the spine and just fold like a waterfall. And then we're going to round the back to come back up. Head lifts last. Then exhale, fold. Arch the spine. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold. Round the back. Inhale, lift. Last time, exhale, fold. Good. Round the back. Inhale, lift. Good. Straighten the knees. Walk your feet. Heel toe them back together. Turn on your sticky mat so you're facing lengthwise on your mat. And just make your way on to the floor. Whatever way you want to get there is just perfect. Okay. So now that we're on the floor, what are we going to do? Let's start with the little figure 4. So bring your hands back behind you. And the palms can be honestly in whatever direction feels really good to your shoulders and your wrists and your hands. So the hands can stay flat, or you can come up onto your fingertips if you want to be more active. Whatever feels good to you, that's what you do. And we're going to start by crossing our right ankle over our left upper thigh. And we're going to walk our hands as close as we comfortably can to our sitting bones. Good, and then take a few breaths here. Circle that right ankle one way, and then in the opposite direction. And foot can either be actively flexed here, toes pointing towards the sky, or the foot is completely relaxed. Just see what feels best to you. Maybe you want to gently rock from side to side on the hips. Just explore the pose. Focus, gentle gaze. Soft breath in and out. Good. And on your next exhale, release the posture and switch sides. The left ankle comes across the right thigh. Straighten the arms. And you stretch the opposite side. Just take a moment to notice the difference between the right and the left hip area. Good, and then begin to circle your ankle one way, and then the other way. Good, and then see if you want your foot to be flexed, active, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Maybe that feels really good to you. Or you want your foot to just be fully loose, relaxed, and hanging. And then play with the posture, maybe gently rocking from side to side on the hips. Just seeing what feels good, exploring space gently, maybe pausing at a position that feels really good to you. Good, take one more inhale and exhale here, and then gently release. Bring the legs straight out in front of you. Take a moment to scoop the buttocks flesh from underneath your sitting bones. Bring the legs close together so the sides of the big toe mounds are touching. Toes point up towards the sky. Back is nice and straight here. On your next inhale, you're going to lift the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, you're going to fold forward, reaching the hands towards the toes. Good. And on your next inhale, gently sweep the hands up the legs, up the torso, lift the arms back up, and then exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, sweep the hands up the legs, lift up. This time, exhale, you fold and you stay. Good. Take a few breaths here. Relax the jaw, relax the weight of the head. And again, just try to relax something in the body. Just check in with your different joint spaces and see if there's anywhere that's holding on more tension than is necessary to hold the pose. Good. Take one more full breath in and out here. And on your next inhalation, gently float back up. If you're not sitting about halfway on your sticky mat, go ahead and just adjust your hips so you're halfway. And then lift the toes up. Arms reach out in front of you. Pull low belly to spine and slowly lower all the way back down. Good. Once you're on the floor, allow the feet to be stretched in the opposite directions of their hands so the legs are straight. Lift the arms up over your head and take a nice full body stretch here. Good, and then exhale, just relax. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, full body stretch, as if someone's holding on to your wrists and your ankles and they're stretching you in the opposite directions. And then exhale, relax. Good, one more, full breath in, stretch fully, and then exhale, fully release. Good. Now take a moment to open their eyes if they're not already open, and go ahead and locate your bolster or your 2 pillows. So I'm going to roll to my side and gently find my bolster. So take your bolster and place it on the top
part of your sticky mat or on the floor wherever you're doing your yoga. If you have 2 pillows, again, just stack them one on top of the other. And then you're gonna scoot your hips and your low back to your pillows till you feel that the pillows are touching your low back or your bolster is touching your low back. You're gonna walk your hands back behind you and slowly lower your upper body down onto your bolster. Good. And then just wiggle around until you find a really comfortable spot for you. So if your bolster is too high, this might feel like too extreme of a stretch for you. So I highly recommend just switching it out for some pillows. And then when you're ready, turn the palms open up towards the sky. Allow the feet to just relax open and close the eyes. And just feel how this shape gently invites us to open up our heart space. The whole front of the body has an opportunity to open in a new way. And gently, with your imagination, go ahead and bring your attention to the palms of your hands. Feel each finger relaxing, starting with the pointer finger, relaxing the middle finger, relaxing the ring finger, and the pinky finger relaxes, and the thumb relaxes. The palms fully let go. And you may start to feel a little bit of tingly energy at the palms. And if you feel any tingle, this is a great confirmation that you are, in fact, an energetic being. And just know that the heart creates the greatest electromagnetic field of the whole body, so it has the most power. And our heart chakra is directly linked to the chakras in our palms, a lesser known chakra area. So when we feel this tingling in the palms, it invites our heart space to open up even more. It's communicating with the heart. So allow this nice tingling light energy to be felt at the palms. And then allow a nice energy to be generated at the heart. Feel a sense of lightness there, a sense of heaviness lifting, as if you're setting your burdens long held aside, finally freeing yourself of them, letting go, inviting the heart to reawaken to the present moment right here, right now, where you're safe, where you're comfortable, and where you feel like you're in a place that feels really good to you. So recall at the beginning of the class how I had you imagine your favorite place, whether that's the ocean, the top of a mountain, a favorite room in your house or in someone else's house, maybe a favorite restaurant that you haven't been able to visit. Just bring your body with your imagination into that place. Again, allow the sights to be detailed and vivid. Open your ears to the sounds around you. And just softly open to the experience. Just let go. With each exhale, relax more and more into your pillow, into the floor. Allow the breath to become deeper and deeper. Good, and then just check in with your whole body. Do a full body scan from your head all the way to your toes. Just gently check for any areas of tension. And if you find any, take a nice inhale into that space of tension, feeding it with good positive energy. And with each exhale, you allow that area to relax more and more deeply. Letting go, letting go, letting go with each exhalation. You soften deeper and deeper into a place of safety and harmony and peace. Good. Take one more full breath in and out right where you are. And on your next inhalation, gently float the eyelids open, take in the colors of your surroundings. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And allow your body to roll onto your side. So just prop your arm a little bit and roll. Allow the opposite hand to come around to support you. And gently press both hands into the floor so you lift yourself up into a seated posture. So you can use your bolster or your pillows. You can sit on that. Or you can sit on your block. Whatever you choose to do is just perfect as long as it feels good to your body. Ideally here, your hips will be underneath and below. Sorry, your knees will be underneath your hips. Bring your hands to your thighs and relax. Take a few moments to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Good, and we'll close our practice with alternate nostril breathing here. So take your right hand and with your peace fingers, your pointer and middle finger, place it in between the eyebrows on the third eye. Your thumb is going to come to the right nostril, to the outer right nostril. Take a nice inhale through both nostrils. And then on your exhale, close off your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe out through your left nostril. Inhale through the left. Close off the left nostril with your ring finger and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close off the left nostril. Exhale through the right. One more round. Inhale through the right. Close it off. Exhale through the left. Okay, release the hands to the thighs. Bring the palms to heart center. And take a moment to express gratitude to your own being. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.